chose to use. Out of all the words I could have picked, I picked Ari. Good for me. Okay, so I told myself when I started to press the record button that I wasn't going to edit this one, so y'all could see how crazy I am in an unedited version of a whisper ramble. I know that some of you don't edit your videos, and I just want to point out that if I didn't, this is the crazy version that you'd get. You're gonna be like, girl, no wonder you edit these things, because what a hot mess you are. I am. It's so real. But the topic of today's whisper ramble is anxiety. It's so funny because I never choose topics for my whisper ramble. In fact, my whisper rambles are normally me talking about last week, the weekend, the things I did, and while I'm still gonna incorporate those things into this ramble, I really want to hone in on how much I'm hearing about anxiety. It's such a big deal right now, guys. It's so crazy, and I know a lot of us watch ASMR because we have some form of anxiety. We're stressed out. We need help sleeping, and this is where we go. We go to these videos to help us, to calm us down, to relax us, right? So let me just apologize if I'm amping you up a little bit, because I feel like I'm a little high on caffeine at the minute. But yeah, I've just been hearing about it more and more and more, like to the point that I even heard it on the radio this past week. Like, they were talking about it, and this guy was like, tell me something that gives you anxiety. And the other radio host was like, well, right now my license plate is crooked on my car, and it gives me anxiety every time I look at it. And he's like, then why don't you just fix it? And she's like, I just haven't time. So every time I see it, my heart races, my palms start sweating, and it gives me anxiety. And I'm like, bro, are we at that point? Like, are we at that level? Like, this little stuff, like, trips us? Like, are we so triggered by little things like that? Wow, that's bananas. Like, I've never had anxiety the way that I do now, and I've heard so many other ASMR artists say that. In fact, over the course of the last week to 2 weeks, I have legitimately listened to at least I would say 12 to 15 ASMR channels or ASMR artists who've spoken on anxiety or spoken about them having anxiety. In fact, to the level that they've either been hospitalized, they feel that it's controlling them, or their lives, they're in therapy, they're taking a break from their channel because of it. Like, I'm telling you, this all different ASMR artists, it is huge right now, and it's so crazy because I'm feeling it too. But I mean, there's a difference. Obviously, we all have our differences regarding it. So I wanted to talk about the things that I found super anxiety filled this week. We met with our real estate agent, or let me say agents, because there are two. One's gonna be staging the house, which I never really banked on. Like, I was like, that was never a thing in my mind. And the other is the one like posting and getting people to come look at it. So we met them this week. That gave me anxiety because they came on Thursday night, but the whole week I had to like get my shit off the tables, like packed up into the totes, like the house cleaned up, because let me tell you, like, we're making a huge move, obviously. For those of you that don't know, we're going to the UK. And because it's such a huge move, like, everything has to be packed, things have to be sold, stuff has to be tossed or given to charity. And it's so massive that, like, the amount of preparation is just ridiculous. So, of course, we've got stuff everywhere, and we don't really think too much about it in the day-to-day because we're not moving till October. But now, because we share the house with my parents and they're staying here in Florida and they're building their new house, they'll need the money from this sale for that house. Well, they don't need it, but it would be nice. So, that being the case, we have to sell this house almost like at the same time as we leave, or around that same time, because their house will be finished at the end of September or October. It's such a mess, guys, to the point that, like, it's not just me stressed in the house. Obviously, it's my parents. My husband, like, he's cool as a freaking cucumber, y'all. Like, that Brit is just like, what was wrong? Like, why is everybody? And he's just like, yeah, thank God one of us is level-headed, because otherwise I have no idea how this would go. But that man keeps me so grounded, and I'm so grateful to God for him. It's ridiculous. We're so opposite in that way. But he's like when they came in, and the woman that stages the property, she's like, we're gonna have to move all these totes into the garage. And I have these totes stacked like 5 high, like 5 across. So 5 high, 5 across. Like, I've got totes everywhere. Everything's packed in. And it's a lot of my books. Like, I have currently almost 800 books, let's just say that. And so they're all packed up. And she's like, we'll have to move all these totes to the garage. And I look at my husband and I'm like, is she crazy? Like, we're not moving my books to that hot ass garage. We live in Florida. And he's like, it's just for an hour or two. I said, are you gonna move these totes? And he's like, yeah, I'll move them, it's fine. And it's so funny because I'll still help move them. So, like, I'll complain, but honestly, they were lucky that he was here, because I'm the type that's like, no, don't inconvenience me, bro. Just don't do it. I'll just let open door sell this be. I don't care. And my husband is like, no, we want to get maximum out of it, so we'll do it, and it's fine. And the minute that he says it's fine, I'm like, okay, cool. If he's cool with it, I'm cool with it. Because I'm just like that with him. Like, he just keeps me grounded, and he's just like, level-headed, just stay level-headed, you're okay. And I'm like, yep, I'm good, okay. If he's there, if he says it, I'm like, okay. I trust him a lot. I have a lot of faith in my husband, and he doesn't let me down. That's my dude. So, yeah, he helps me with my anxiety, and I'm so grateful to have that. But let's be honest, the real estate agents were so awesome, and I'm so glad for that too. Like, we got some, like, God-loving, great talking, like, just really super cool real estate agents. So I'm not even mad. I'm not afraid. After meeting with them, like, my anxiety level for that went down, and I was so, like, thankful. But then my husband's like, hey, one of my coworkers invited us to his 1-year-old son's birthday party. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, do you want to go? And I'm like, no, but I will, because my kids will have fun. He's like, there's gonna be a water bounce house. And I'm like, the kids will love it. It will be great for them. And he's like, there will be beer, free beer, lots of beer. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get more excited. I'll go. Like, you can get me through a lot of things if you tell me there's alcohol. I'm like not some sort of alcoholic. I like a drink and a good time. But yeah, especially if it's good company. So my husband's like, they're cool people, like, it'll be fun. I was like, if you want to go, babe, I'll go for sure. Especially if I think the kids will have a good time. There'll be other kids to play with. That's awesome. We don't get out much, guys. Like, it's Florida. And as much as people are like, it's Florida, you have the beach, you have the pool, there's so many go to a public beach without the fear of potentially getting shot. That's disgusting. Like, there were, what was it, 7 or 9 people shot at Daytona Beach a week or 2 ago. I think I mentioned it. It's just nuts, like, that's something you have to walk out the door and fear in America. And it's like my parents are like, I guess we're gonna have to start packing when we go to the store now. Like, I'm like, what? Like, mom's like, I'm gonna have to get into back into the shooting range because I'm not even sure I remember how to use my gun. And I'm like, oh my god, this is not something I should hear my parents saying at their retirement age. Like, I guess I'm gonna have to take my gun to the grocery store. What? Like, I'm leaving this country and I'm like, what am I leaving you guys to deal with? Like, yeah, that gives me anxiety, y'all. That gives me anxiety. So no wonder, like, knowing the state of this country and the fact that these things are going on, and meanwhile, our president is just over there signing bills about venues and Taylor Swift tickets and bullshit. Like, come on, bro. Sorry, I'm not gonna get into politics. This is supposed to be relaxing, right? But it's really a rant session for me at the minute, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me not get into it. I'm just having a moment, and we're friends, right? So I can have my moment. I feel like that's why a lot of people are having issues. We have crazy inflation. People can't afford groceries, rent, their bills, and that's terrifying. The day-to-day. It's nuts to me that when I go in to donate plasma, how many people are going in and want to know what they're getting paid for the next time they donate. It's really not about saving lives. I'm sure that's helpful for everyone to know that when you walk out of there, what you just did today could help save a life. But it's also about the money for them, and that's gonna help them pay their rent that month. And I can't blame them, guys. Like, it's getting crazy. So yeah, I understand why everyone's having a hard time and feeling the way that they're feeling. I don't know if there's also something in the water or the air, but it's like we're all. The other thing for me, I interrupted my own thought there, is that when I quit working a 9-to-5 job where I literally had conversations every day with different people, and obviously adults, whereas now I'm with my children all day and I really don't have any social interaction outside of my kids, my parents, and my husband. And that being the case, social interactions give me anxiety now. How crazy. Like, I used to be so outgoing, and now I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna say to these people. I don't know them, and I don't know what they'll think of me. I even think that sometimes when I film, I'm like, how are they gonna perceive this, or what if they don't like me? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Like, I think you could be the most beautiful, most amazing person in this world, and you will still be self-conscious about something. I think that's pretty natural. And so, I'm not too hard on myself when it comes to that, because I'm not the most beautiful person in the world. I'm also probably not the person with the most amazing personality either, but I feel like it's pretty good, and yeah. Again, I keep going off on these rants, and I told myself I wouldn't edit this one except for to put sorry, that was my ankle, the like, comment, and subscribe thing on there at the beginning, and that's all I plan to do. So we went to the birthday party and it was fantastic. My kids had so much fun. It rained a good majority of the morning, but we still went and we had a great time. I got bit by red ants, but it was okay. That was probably the worst thing the whole time. Everybody was so cool, so friendly. It was just so nice. It was so nice to meet some new people. And it's so funny because they're like, one of the guys at the party that worked with my husband, he's like, now nobody get too attached to this family right here because they're moving like really far away. They were joking, but you know, I got a good chuckle from it. And then instead everyone was like, so now we have a place to stay when we come visit the UK, right? Of course, of course. So we're gonna have to get a pretty big house. Do y'all hear my kids? Oh my goodness. They're probably fighting over something, or they're hungry because my husband's making dinner, so. Or they might be sitting down to eat now without me. So I should probably wrap this up, guys. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about the effects of anxiety and like how much I can relate to that. Driving, oh, that gives me so much anxiety. I also have an astigmatism, so driving at night is like killer. I hate it. There's like, the lights are all like the starburst effect. It's awful, but it's mostly when I don't know where I'm going. I hate a Google map. It's like, alright, drive up to this stop sign, right? And you stop at the stop sign. It's like, then you're starting to pull away from the stop sign and it's like, turn left. And you're like, wait, what? You're telling me now I'm past the left? Yeah, I think that might just be me, but I always have to like look at the next direction before it comes. I panic. Yeah, the most random things give me anxiety. Pimple popping, oh my god, so much anxiety. And that one's so rando, but I will tell you why I brought it up, and that's because I was looking up videos. Somebody requested that I do a, what was it? Oh, cheek popping, like filling your cheeks with air and then popping it, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that. But I had to look it up to look for a reference. I'm like, what is this? I'd never heard of it before. And it's funny because all these pimple popping videos came up, guys, and I'm like, oh god, this is stressing me out. Stop it. Like, it was so cringy for me. Why do people find this relaxing? Like, no. I'm like, oh god, oh, there's stuff coming out of his face. I can't. No, that's not relaxing to me. No, I'm sorry. There's just, yeah, nope. To each their own, right? No offense to anyone who finds that super relaxing. I can't. It hurts my soul. Let's see what's going on this week. We had my daughter and my husband. Sorry, random. Did it again. This is another thing that I would edit, but I'm not gonna fix it. You're welcome. So on Saturday morning, my husband took my daughter out for their first daddy-daughter date. Cutest thing in the world, y'all. Like, they went and got pancakes at IHOP and a strawberry milkshake for breakfast. I was like, good job, Dad. And then he took her bowling for the first time. And I said, baby, how was it? It was so much fun, Mommy. I said, good, you liked it? I loved it. Who won? Mommy, we both won. I said, what? How does that happen? We both gave away winners, Mommy. Everyone's a winner. Is that what Daddy told you? She's like, yeah. And I looked at him and I'm like, so you won then, huh? You beat our 3-year-old at bowling. She's like, no, Mommy, we were both winners. I'm like, what was the score? I'm looking at my husband like, too funny. I'm like, the only reason I'm gonna let that slide is because Sunday is Father's Day. Speaking of which, if you're a father, happy belated Father's Day. I'm not sure when I'm posting this yet. I have been thinking about redoing my filming schedule. Like, do I post every other day? Because that's what I've been doing lately. And if that's the case, then this won't go up until Tuesday, because I posted on Sunday. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen Sunday's upload, you should go watch it, because I had a lot of fun improving that. Like, I don't even think I edited it. I don't think I edited that one. I'm not sure. Maybe I did. But I just ran with it and just had a blast. So, yeah, just so you know. Yeah, so upcoming videos. Y'all, what do I got? Oh, I did read the first chapter of a book I wrote in 2010. I thought I might post that one sometime soon. Oh, I've got a mini Temu haul with a lippy try on. What else? This week I want to film a feet crushing one. I know that sounds nuts, but you'll see. You'll see. I'm excited. I want to do different things. I want to do same stuff that you guys love, but I want to do different things too. I want to enjoy my channel and just improv it, because honestly, it's the stuff that gives me anxiety about my channel is when I feel like I can't create a video that you guys will enjoy. I do. I worry about that because, you know, I do this stuff for you guys, legit, and I want you guys to enjoy it. So it means the world to me when you comment on something and tell me how much you love it. It really does. Like, it warms my heart. And what I hate, and no offense to anyone who has done it, is when y'all get upset at me when I don't answer your comments. And this has happened so many times. I don't see them all sometimes. And if I don't see your comment, I'm so sorry. Just hit me up and be like, hey, did you see my comment? And I will happily answer you. Just please don't get mad at me. I've got 3 children under the age of 4. And they take up a lot of my time, to the point that I could read your comment and then they'll be like, Mommy, can you get me milk? Or can you get me this? Or I need a bath? Or that. And there's so much chaos in my house and in my life that you guys don't see behind the camera, that yeah, I just get sidetracked. I'm so human and so flawed in every way. Like, I have like a really bad short-term memory. I feel like I repeat myself a lot to you guys, so yeah. So just cut me a little slack, okay? Just a little bit. Alright. But I do love you guys. You know, y'all are my friends. I feel like, you know, I've heard this recently, like somebody else talking about how the people on their channel are their friends, and I'm like, yeah, me too. I feel that so much, because I don't have a lot of like people that I hang out with like in real life. All the friends that I used to have were from jobs. Like, that happens a lot. You get friends from jobs that you hold, and then you leave the job, or they leave the job, and you never talk again. And at first you guys thought you were gonna be best friends forever. And the one person who I really thought was my best friend for life, I haven't talked to in months, which sucks. And every time I hit her up, she ignores me. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. That makes me sound like so lame, but it is what it is, you know. You can't control people, and when you get older, other things take priority. Family, children, school, house, moving, other things, work. It just is what it is. Life catches up, buckles you down, right? So anyway, let me go ahead and wrap this up, because it's getting a bit lengthy, and I need to go check on my family. Oh, there's a scream. They're doing all right. I'm just kidding. I was gonna say, if they're quiet, something's wrong. That's normally the case, but I just heard somebody yell, so I think they're all right. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some dinner with my fam. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today, for listening to me vent and rant and ramble. If you made it this far, hug. A hug would be really nice. I like a virtual hug, right? Or if you're not a hugger, like, I know a lot of people like don't do hugs. That's cool. Maybe like a high five or something. Whatever. A thumbs up. Whatever you want to do. It's cool. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I know I said it once, but I'm gonna say it again. You guys are amazing.